When we last left our hero, Harry Potter was coming off of his second year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, which went about as well as a hat tipped to a dragon. But now it's summer holidays and Harry's back living with his horrible relatives, the Dursleys, who treat him worse than their pet cat. You know, because cats are always around but never ask for food or make your life miserable. Then again, Mrs. Dursley probably hates the cat too. As usual, Harry is stuck in the cupboard under the stairs and spending his days dodging Dudley's tantrums and his mother's rolling pins. To be fair, she is probably stressed because she spent every waking moment trying to stop her son from growing up into another Vernon. Speaking of, Vernon is busy making a fool out of himself at work and Petunia is watching him like a hawk. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. She's watching the telly. So let's talk about Dudley, the true star of this series. The reason why the best Harry can hope for is please don't murder me. Dudley is obsessed with getting bigger, fatter, and meaner, and today is a special day. Dudley is celebrating his 13th birthday, and honestly, it's kind of sad. Not because he's turning 13, although I guess that sucks, but because no one in the entire neighborhood seems to care. Heck, most people probably forgot he even existed. And you know what they say about 13-year-old boys? They come in two varieties, moody and homicidal. Well, Dudley falls into both categories. He's moody and homicidal. Luckily, he doesn't have to face those demons alone. Harry is drafted in as personal punching bag, which is oddly fitting since Dudley's favorite activity is pretending he is a character from a certain popular anime. I'm looking at you, Naruto. But despite being treated worse than Ron's rat scabbers, Harry has his own birthday to think about. Yes, Harry and Dudley share the same birthday, July 31st, which I can only assume is some sort of Horcrux the Voldy Macbeth face left behind. After all, you can't cast the Patronus charm with a broken heart. Fortunately, Harry's got a secret weapon against the Dursleys' usual abuse, their absolute hatred of magic. In the past, Harry's accidentally used magic to escape their abuse, but now he's 13, which means he is old enough to be hit with full force of the Ministry of Magic's anti-Muggle laws. Using magic to influence Muggles is illegal, dangerous, and will get you arrested by the Ministry and shipped off to Azkaban. What exactly is the point of those laws, you might wonder? Well, the idea is that exposing magic to Muggles could cause panic and chaos. Imagine if someone caught Dumbledore levitating and thought, well, I knew there was something fishy about those twinkling eyes. The statute of secrecy is in place to keep our little magical secrets hidden. You know, because if people knew magic was real, they probably want a piece of it or at least free tickets to Universal Studios Orlando. So with no magic to fall back on, Harry spends his nights tucked under the covers with a torch, doing his homework by magical flashlight and dreaming of a world where Uncle Vernon grows a soul. One night, Harry's hard work pays off when he spots movement outside his window. Surely it's just a cat, right? Wrong. It's 3 owls crashing through the glass like a feathery Amazon Prime delivery squad. Hedwig, the loyal snowy owl Harry received from Dumbledore during his first Christmas at Hogwarts. Errol, Ron Weasley's half-blind and half-deaf barn owl who looks like she crapped her pants. And finally, a school barn owl with a message for Harry. Each owl brought a present for Harry, starting with Ron, who sent a letter and a few chocolate frogs. Then Hermione, who gave Harry a fancy broom care kit and wished him happy birthday. And lastly, Hagrid, who sent a book called The Monster Book of Monsters, which immediately tried to bite off Harry's fingers. Thanks, Hagrid. The Monster Book of Monsters is a highly advanced piece of magical technology that can protect itself from even the most skilled witches and wizards, which made it a very confusing present for 13-year-old Harry. And the fourth present was an invitation to Hogsmeade, the only all-wizarding village in Britain where the butterbeer flows like water and the fudge is pure. But there was a problem. The slip required an adult signature, and Uncle Vernon would sooner jump into a volcano filled with self-help seminars than sign anything magical. In fact, Vernon would probably attend those self-help seminars just to avoid signing something magical. So Harry finds himself in the familiar position of needing to trick his relatives into letting him leave the house without blowing his cover. In the past, Harry had escaped to Hogsmeade for a day, but this time he needed to leave for an entire weekend. His solution was simple: just send Aunt Marge, Uncle Vernon's sister, to watch him and Dudley instead. Sure, Aunt Marge hated Harry and was a massive pain in the neck, but she was family, which meant she couldn't let Harry be taken away by Dementors without getting all red-faced and huffy. Plus, Harry figured she'd probably blow her top long before then. Unfortunately, that plan failed, because Aunt Marge showed up not just in time for Harry's birthday, but also wearing one of her prize-winning rose-patterned dresses, which was guaranteed to set off an explosion of rage in Vernon. As the Dursleys erupted into shouting matches, Harry slipped out the door unnoticed. But where could he go? The burrow was out of the question, especially after Ron and his brothers had set off every fire alarm in the district while playing wizard poker. Hogwarts was impossible, and sneaking around London was too risky. Then Harry had an idea. Maybe he could take the night bus straight to Hogsmeade. Yeah, it was crazy, but wouldn't be the craziest thing Harry's done just to visit a Scottish village. But hold on, because this story isn't over yet. I've got more to tell you, but I need you to subscribe so I can continue. It's not easy being the boy who lived, especially when you're saddled with a birthday that's a death sentence for commoners. But Harry pulled through somehow. And if he wanted to celebrate, where should he go? The Leaky Cauldron maybe, or Hagrid's hut? How about Honeyduke's, or the Three Broomsticks? We want to know where you go for a magical birthday celebration. So comment below and let us know. You might think that getting older would be easier than being 12, but try telling that to Harry Potter. Turning 13 means he's entering the realm of teen angst, hormonal imbalance, and questionable fashion choices. But it also means he's old enough to take on a deadly serial killer. You see, Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban and Harry's life is in danger. With his parents gone and his guardians incompetent, Harry is about to find out what it's like to truly be on his own in a world filled with dark magic and worse haircuts. Do you remember the first time you felt truly alone? Tell us in the comments, because sometimes it takes a village, but other times it takes a whole bloody army to bring down a dark wizard. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.